NBA Countdown Playoff Preview, presented by Kia.
Welcome to the NBA Countdown Playoff Preview. We are coming at you live from above the Heineken deck at Pier 17. Stephen A. Smith, Malika Andrews, Jalen Rose, Michael Wilbon will be joining us in just a minute from Phoenix. And gentlemen, the playoffs, the play-in, they are set, and here they are. We're going to start with the West here and show you what this looks like. So coming into the day, the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Kings, the Suns, they were all locked in, right, to the top four spots. The Clippers, they battled back. They claimed the 5th seed. The Warriors won in convincing fashion. They secured the 6th spot. And then that also sets up our play-in. The Timberwolves in the 7-8 matchup against the Lakers. The Lakers will be hosting. The winner of that clinches the 7th seed. And then the Pelicans and the Thunder, they square off in that 9-10 game. The winner faces the loser of the Lakers-Timberwolves for the 8th and final spot in the playoffs. I want to start here by focusing in on the Lakers. Your thoughts here, Stephen A.
Good for them that they've got the play-in game on their home turf. Good for them in regards to the outright idiocy of the Minnesota Timberwolves, who've made it easier because obviously Rudy Gobert punches Anderson, just sucker punches him, and there needs to be some discipline in regards to that. Who knows what it will be? You know, Jaden Daniels, he injured himself because apparently he punched a wall and he's hurt his hand. So now the Minnesota Timberwolves, they were once compromised up here. Now they're compromised physically. So that's an easier route for the Los Angeles Lakers. I expect the Lakers to win this game. I expect them to secure the number 7 seed and go up against a Memphis squad that is devoid of Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, which means that Anthony Davis will have to show up to save the day in that series.
You mentioned all of the hullabaloo that happened around the Timberwolves. So before we get your thoughts, Jalen and Michael Wilbon, I do want to check in with our senior NBA insider, Adrian Wojnarowski, because the Timberwolves, they are hurting now in this. Woj, what more can you tell us about the state of the Wolves?
Absolute chaos for the Timberwolves today, and the losses are significant, starting with Jaden McDaniels, who's had a breakout season for Minnesota. He has a fractured right hand, I'm told. He is out for the season, and this is a player who has guarded the best player on the Wolves' opponents this season. He won't be available Tuesday against the Lakers in the play-in, or again if they were to advance. And listen, it all started with an argument between Kyle Anderson and Rudy Gobert that escalated with Gobert throwing a punch, hitting Kyle Anderson. You know, I'm told that the back and forth was about first Anderson telling Rudy Gobert, hey, why don't you block some shots? Gobert telling him, why don't you grab a rebound? And then it escalated from there until Rudy Gobert threw a punch, and it certainly leaves his availability on Tuesday against the Lakers in L.A. Very much in the air. The two best defensive players, certainly, for this Minnesota team. McDaniels now out for the season, punching a wall on the way into the halftime locker room. And now Rudy Gobert, essentially sent home from the arena by Timberwolves president Tim Connolly in the aftermath of throwing a punch at teammate Kyle Anderson.
Yeah, as you reported, Woj, Tim Connolly said that we made the decision to send Rudy home. His behavior on the bench was, quote, unacceptable, and we will continue handling this situation internally. Michael Wilbon, your thoughts?
Wasn't it last year that I was saying that the Minnesota Timberwolves appeared to major in dumb? Yeah. We got back-to-back years. I mean, I probably should say immaturity. I probably should say that, but I'm not going to say that. Because when you continually do this and you repeatedly do it and you've got, I mean, the Timberwolves have some pieces. And when emotionally plugged in, I mean, they can beat a lot of teams. I don't know if they can win this series even if healthy and in concentration and sort of in command of what they're doing. But it's possible now, and Stephen A., I agree with you, it doesn't even appear possible. How many years do you get to just do one stupid thing after another, whether it's in-game, during the week, in a locker room, on the way to the locker room? These are the playoffs. Everything you have is at stake. Do you look around at the other teams and see the way the Lakers and the Suns and the Warriors and the Bucks and the Celtics are conducting themselves? And then this is what you do again? Unbelievable. unbelievable. It really is.
Coward move by Rudy Gobert. A team is an extension in a lot of ways of itself. It happens in frustration amongst the group, which lends to the team now watching Jaden McDaniels compound that with punching the wall. So the basketball gods, everybody, are just shining down on the Lakers because now they're going to wax the Minnesota Timberwolves on their home floor. That's exactly what's going to happen. LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Darvin Ham are literally watching this unfold right in front of their hands. They woke up today. They could have been the 5th seed. I think you said they could have been an 8th or a 9th seed.
Yeah.
Now they're in pole position, to Stephen A's point, not only to win because they are going to win, but now they get a chance to play against Memphis where they're shorthanded up front.
Stephen A., final thoughts?
It's just sad because I look at Anthony Edwards. I think he's an absolute stud. Karl Anthony Towns has come back. He showed you what he's capable of, and you knew they have the potential to beat some of these teams. There are times where, again, the flagrant level of idiocy is very, very alarming. Michael Wilbon said he shouldn't say it, but he's going to say it anyway. You're damn right I'm going to say it because it should be said. Very, very dumb. And what could, listen, McDaniels, we know he's a stud and so much promise. What could you have been that mad about on the last game of the regular season, knowing you got a playing game to come? What could have possibly made you that mad that you're going to punch a wall and break your hand and be out for the daggone season? My Lord. I mean, Lord have mercy.
Jaden McDaniels, such a key piece, especially defensively, for this Minnesota Timberwolves team. We are just getting started here on our NBA Countdown playoff preview. We have much, much more coming up, including...
The regular season ends today. LeBron and the Lakers know they will have more games. They still don't know when they'll play and against whom. Does it really matter the way they're playing? 8-2 in their last 10 games. AD pulled down 20 rebounds. For the 4th time this season on Friday, an Easter Sunday win could keep things rolling. Vando is in the holiday spirit, featuring this look from the Robert K. Ory collection. How do you feel about that, Rob? Lakers are looking for win number 43. They're hosting the Jazz at 12:30 right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Fasten your seatbelts. It could be a wild final day of the season. As we say hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. I'm Allie Clifton, joined by the Hall of Famer, Big Game James Worthy, the 7-time champ, Big Shot Robert Ory. Happy Easter to you guys.
Happy Easter.
At home.
You know, I've seen you in that hat before, the one that Vanderbilt had on. I've seen you in something similar to that, and a vest too.
That's back in my. That's back we used to come to the Forum.
That was close. That was close.
That absolutely was a compliment too, by the way.
From who?
We're starting off our Easter Sunday giving you compliments, my friend.
Boy, y'all sure making up for a lot of wrongs too.
Beautiful,
so I feel good.
Beautiful, nice. Carolina Blues, Easter suit. I love it, Rob.
Wait till the Access 360 because the kicks. We had James running in here for the first time in how many years, he said?
30.
Because it's the final game of the regular season. Last day of school, that's what you said. Exactly. We're not done just yet, however. The Lakers, we're going to summer school. Enter the final day of the season. Currently 7th in the West. Still plenty to be determined around the league as teams look to lock up playoff seedings. Lakers could end up the 6th, 7th, or 8th seed. They are 8-2 over their last 10 games and have the best record in the Western Conference since the All-Star break. You'll love to see that at 15-7. So, guys, new day, though, same story. Lakers facing another must-win, if you will. Though it's the final game of the regular season, big game, we know this. You can't let your guard down, regardless of who the Jazz will roll out there for Game 82 on the other side. Got to stay locked in.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we've seen teams demonstrate that they